with buckets of water, thinking it was fire. They met ginika snoring on the kitchen floor with a spoon in her hand and groundnut oil on her face. The landlord looked at her and said, "This girl needs to be studied in a laboratory. And don't even talk about antenatal visits." Nurses called her Madam Sleep and Sign. She would come, sit down and sleep before the nurse could check her pressure. One nurse said, if sleep was a job, this woman would be a billionaire. Then baby Junior came, a bouncing baby boy, cute, chubby and full of life. But guess what? Ginika didn't change. She would breastfeed for 2 minutes and sleep off. She would carry Junior to the kitchen and forget him there. One time, she carried Gary and started singing lullaby to it, thinking it was the baby. Tobechi entered and shouted, "You are rocking Gary, Ginika. Gary!" But the worst was yet to come. One day, Ginika slept off so deeply, she didn't hear Junior crawling to the kitchen. What happened next nearly scattered the whole house. It was a hot Tuesday afternoon. Tobechi had gone out to buy baby diapers. Ginika had just bathed Junior and give him pap. He was smiling and full of energy, clapping like a politician's baby. Ginika laid him gently on the mat, yawned, stretched like a lazy cat and said, "Let me just close my eyes small." My sister closed her eyes. Boom! 3 hours disappeared like magic. Now, Junior was a very curious baby. Once he saw that mommy was sleeping like an electric pole, he crawled off the mat, straight to the kitchen. Yes, the kitchen, where the gas cooker was on, where the open bucket of flour was, where palm oil sat quietly on the edge of the table, waiting for drama. Junior touched everything. Everything. He poured flour on the floor, opened Maggi cubes, licked salt, pulled down the pepper sack and even dipped his hand into the red oil, then smeared it on his face like war paint. The kitchen looked like Tom and Jerry had the fight inside the bakery. Tobechi came home. He opened the door and met quiet. Too quiet. Ginika, silence. Junior, still silence. He tiptoed to the bedroom. Ginika was there, mouth open, snoring like Okada engine. One wrapper halfway off her body, saliva on her cheek. Then he heard a sound, something like splat, splat, pop, pop, pop. He ran to the kitchen and froze. Junior was on the floor, covered in flour, palm oil, Maggi and red pepper. His pamper was off. He was naked, smiling and trying to cook with an empty pot. Tobechi screamed, "Jesu! Ginika!" Ginika didn't answer. He ran back to the room, grabbed a broom and hit the door hard. "Ginika! Come and see your son. Oh, he is now a chef inside kitchen." Ginika opened one eye and smiled. I dreamed that Junior was cooking rice." Tobechi exploded. "It was not a dream. It happened. You left our son to turn the kitchen into a amala factory." Ginika stood up slowly, saw the mess and gasped. "Jesus, is this one small play or spiritual attack?" That night, Tobechi didn't sleep. He just sat at the edge of the bed, holding Junior and looking at Ginika like she was a government problem. In the morning, he packed her bag. "Go back to your mother's house. I love you, but if I don't send you out now, one day I will come back and meet Junior playing with fire or inside fridge." Ginika fell on her knees. "Please, baby, I will change." But Tobechi pointed at the door. "Go and sleep there first. Maybe the cold floor will wake up your brain." Ginika left the house crying, baby tied on her back, one Ghana must go in her hand, wearing bedroom slippers and wrapper. Neighbors came out to watch. Finally, the sleeping queen has been dethroned. Marriage is not for dreamers, my sister. Hope she doesn't sleep on the road. And so began the next chapter of Ginika's life, back in her mother's house, or so she thought. But guess what? Mama said no. The sun was already setting when Ginika entered the bus with her baby tied on her back and tears falling down from her cheeks. Her face was swollen from crying. She sat by the window looking outside but saying nothing. Where will I start from? How did sleep destroy my marriage? Will my mother even accept me back? She didn't know. She just held Junior close and closed her eyes again. But the journey wasn't smooth. When the bus got to Obata Junction, the driver shouted, "Last bus stop for me here. If you dey go Okporo, you go enter another motor from here." People came down. Ginika came down too, adjusted the wrapper on her waist, shifted Junior on her back and looked around. It was already dark. The other buses had closed for the day. "Let me rest small," she mumbled. She saw a broken wooden bench near one roasted plantain seller, sat down, untied Junior from her back and laid down. Just for 5 minutes, but 5 minutes became the whole night. She slept like someone who drank sleeping tablet with fufu. Junior sat beside her at first, confused. He looked around. He was hungry. He was cold. Mosquitoes started dancing around him like they were invited for a burial. One bit his forehead, another landed on his neck. He cried loud, "Wah, wah, wah." Ginika didn't move. He shook her head with his tiny hand. "Wah!" She didn't even open one eye. People passing looked at the baby and shook their heads. Where is this child's mother? Who left baby like this? Nobody knew the woman sleeping on the bench was the mother. Junior cried till his small voice cracked. Then he slept there on the floor beside his mother, with tears, dust and mosquito bites all over his body. Morning came. The noise of traders setting up their tables woke Ginika. She stretched, yawned like a lion, rubbed her eyes, then she saw Junior. He was covered in red patches. His eyes were swollen. His lips were dry. Ginika jumped up, grabbed him and screamed, "Jesus! Junior, what happened?" She looked around like someone that lost her mind. Why didn't I wake up? What kind of mother am I? She held him tight and cried on the bench. People just looked at her in pity. Finally, she found a bus and got to her mother's house. She knocked. Her mother opened the door. She saw Ginika crying. She saw Junior with mosquito bites. She didn't say a word. She just opened her arms and carried the baby. Then she looked at Ginika with strong eyes and said, "You will not sleep in this house." Ginika fell on her knees. "Mommy, please. I have suffered. I have made mistakes. I just need time to get back on my feet." But her mother shook her head slowly. "When I warned you, you said it was love. Now you bring this child back like a piece of rag. You couldn't even protect your own son in one night." Ginika sobbed louder. "I was tired, Mama. I was heartbroken. I didn't mean to." "You didn't mean to let your child become mosquito food?" Her mother hissed and turned back into the house. "Go back to your husband or go to the gutter, but not here." She shut the door gently. Ginika sat at the doorstep. She looked up at the sky. "God, if you are really there, help me. Help me change. Help me fight this sleep that wants to ruin my life." That night, she slept outside again, but this time with a broken heart and a fire inside her that she had never felt before. After Mama chased her away and collected Junior, Ginika stood outside like a rejected jollof rice. He had nowhere to go, no money, no wrapper safe, just dust on her legs and plenty shame in her chest. For the first time, she didn't cry. She looked at the sky and said, "God, I'm ready to change. Just show me how. Anywhere, anything, even if it means cleaning a gutter." The next day, she walked into one old security company office. Dusty gate, paint peeling, two security men sleeping by the entrance. She walked straight. in like a soldier. Good afternoon, sir. I want to apply as security. The man inside laughed. You want do night duty? Do you even have torchlight strength? Ginika nodded like goat under rain. Sir, I will stay awake, even if I were to use super glue to hold my eyes open. The man gave her uniform, big trousers that look like parachute, black shirt, plastic whistle, and one big bat